Vanishing into the abyss, the Mary Celeste mystery. The Mary Celeste is one of the most famous ghost ships in maritime history, a vessel that vanished without a trace and left behind an enduring enigma that continues to captivate the imaginations of people around the world. On December 4, 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, off the Azores Islands. The ship was completely intact, with a cargo of valuable industrial alcohol still on board, but the entire crew had vanished without a trace. This perplexing disappearance has led to countless theories and speculations, but to this day, the fate of the Mary Celeste remains a mystery. In this comprehensive exploration, we will delve into the history of the Mary Celeste, the events leading up to her discovery, the theories surrounding her crew's disappearance, and the enduring legacy of this maritime enigma. The Mary Celeste, a brief history. The Mary Celeste was originally built in 1861 in Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia, Canada. She was a two-masted brigantine measuring about 103 feet in length. Throughout her relatively short history, the Mary Celeste changed ownership and underwent several name changes, including the Amazon and the Amazonian. In 1868, the ship was purchased by a consortium of American businessmen and renamed the Mary Celeste. Under the American flag, the Mary Celeste primarily engaged in the transatlantic shipping of goods such as coal, lumber, and, on her fateful voyage, industrial alcohol. Captain Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned and experienced mariner, was entrusted with commanding the ship on her final voyage. He was joined by his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, who accompanied him on this journey. The voyage of the Mary Celeste. The ill-fated voyage of the Mary Celeste began on November 7, 1872, when the ship set sail from New York City bound for Genoa, Italy. The cargo consisted of 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol, a highly flammable and valuable commodity used in the manufacturing of various products. The ship's crew was comprised of 10 men, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, and 2 women, his wife, Sarah, and their daughter, Sophia. All appeared well as the Mary Celeste departed on her transatlantic voyage. Exactly 1 month later, on December 4, 1872, the British brigantine Dei Gratia, under the command of Captain David Morehouse, spotted a vessel floating adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was identified as the Mary Celeste, and Captain Morehouse immediately recognized her as the same vessel he had seen just a few days earlier, when both ships had departed from New York Harbor. Captain Morehouse and his crew boarded the Mary Celeste and were met with a scene of eerie abandonment. There were no signs of struggle or violence, and the ship's cargo of industrial alcohol remained undisturbed in the hold. The ship's papers, including the captain's log, were still present and intact. However, the entire crew of the Mary Celeste was conspicuously absent. There were no lifeboats missing, and no clues were left behind to explain their disappearance. The ship's sails were partially set, suggesting that it had not been abandoned due to a sudden emergency. The ship was in seaworthy condition, and there was sufficient food and water on board. Captain Morehouse and his crew were baffled by the empty ship. They took control of the Mary Celeste and attempted to sail both vessels to Gibraltar. During the journey, the crew of the Dei Gratia noticed that some of the Mary Celeste's provisions had been used, but there was no indication of foul play. The ship arrived in Gibraltar on December 12, 1872. News of the Mary Celeste's discovery and the inexplicable disappearance of her crew spread quickly, capturing the attention of maritime authorities and the public. The British Vice Admiralty Court in Gibraltar convened an inquiry to determine what had transpired on the Mary Celeste. Theories and speculations. The disappearance of the Mary Celeste's crew has given rise to numerous theories and speculations over the years. Some of the most prominent ones include: some have proposed that the Mary Celeste may have fallen victim to pirates who boarded the ship, killed the crew, and then left with their plunder. However, This theory is challenged by the fact that the ship's valuable cargo of industrial alcohol was untouched. It has been suggested that a mutiny may have occurred on board, with the crew turning against Captain Briggs and his family. Yet, there is no evidence to support this theory, and Captain Briggs was highly regarded by those who knew him. Abandonment due to storm or fire. Another theory posits that the crew abandoned the ship due to a sudden storm, fire, or other emergency. However, the absence of any damage or signs of struggle on the ship contradicts this theory. Some have speculated that Captain Briggs and his crew may have intentionally abandoned the ship in a plot to claim insurance money for the cargo. However, this theory is undermined by the fact that Captain Briggs and his family were on board, making it unlikely they would willingly put their lives at risk. Sea monster or giant squid. In a more speculative vein, some have suggested that a sea monster or giant squid may have attacked the ship, causing the crew to flee in panic. While this theory is highly unlikely, it has captured the popular imagination. The fate of Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their daughter Sophia, and the rest of the Mary Celeste's crew remains one of the central mysteries of this case. Despite extensive investigations and searches, no trace of the missing individuals has ever been found. This has led to a range of hypotheses, from the crew's survival on a deserted island to their abduction by aliens, although none have been substantiated. Legacy of the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste mystery has left an indelible mark on maritime history and popular culture. The story of the ghost ship has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and fictional works, each offering its own interpretation of the events and possible explanations for the crew's disappearance. Some notable literary works inspired by the Mary Celeste include Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's short story, J. Habakkuk Jeffson's Statement, and a novel by Valerie Martin titled, The Ghost of the Mary Celeste. In addition to literature, the Mary Celeste has become a symbol of maritime mysteries and the enduring allure of unexplained disappearances at sea. The ship's name is synonymous with enigma and has served as a touchstone for countless discussions, debates, and theories about what may have happened to her crew. The mystery of the Mary Celeste endures as one of the most compelling and enduring enigmas in maritime history. Despite the passage of nearly 150 years, the disappearance of the ship's crew remains unsolved, shrouded in speculation and intrigue. Theories and hypotheses have been proposed, but none offer a definitive answer to the question of what happened to Captain Benjamin Briggs, his family, and the crew of the Mary Celeste. The story of the Mary Celeste continues to capture the imagination of those intrigued by unsolved mysteries and the boundless mysteries of the sea. It serves as a reminder of the vast and unpredictable nature of the ocean, where ships and their crews can vanish into the abyss, leaving behind only questions and speculation. The Mary Celeste remains an enduring symbol of the enduring power of mystery and the insatiable human desire for answers to the unexplained.